So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down, and guess who has returned from the sleep? Shotzi, or what I like to think of I often think of her as the principled proctor on proper posture. So instead of me slumping like usual, she'll make sure that I'm sitting to my proper 5'10". And so, yes, do come on in, have a seat. Take a sip, let's wind down. Today we're having a Simone. This is a Merlot from the Frulia DOC Grava. This is a 2021, and I let it hit my nose when I poured it earlier, and it's got the definite bold Italian sun-raised cassis, lovely vanilla. This one's oaky with a touch of tobacco. I mean, the nose is just a ballet, really. And a well choreographed ballet for sure. And on the palate, slightly tannic, beautiful finish. It's what you come to, it's what you come to expect, from European wines, right? Especially these really good ones from Italy. Fantastic. This one will set you back about 12 euros if you're here on the continent. Don't know how anything else is affected anywhere else. So, but nevertheless, this is a fabulous wine. And if you come across it at your local wine store or grocery, grab it. It's not a bad one at all. So, all kinds of subscribers just pouring around onto the channel. Well, as far as like this kind of channel is concerned, you would never expect thousands upon thousands when we're such a niche, creative, content-driven market, right? Wine lovers and crossword people. I mean, I think we probably maxed out on everybody who'd be interested, but no, it seems like more and more are joining us. So we just welcome to all of our legacy subscribers. Thank you, right, for sticking around and putting up with me. And to all of our new folks, welcome. You are very well appreciated. So let's go ahead and hop into our grid. So we've got a Simeon Seigel construction, and he's always got a fun grid. So this should be fun, edited by Will Shorts. So let's hop into it and see what we got today. It's Thursday, right? You never know what you're going to get on Thursday. It's kind of like if you watch college football. If you watch American college football, strange things happen in Ames, Iowa, right? Well, strange things can happen on Thursdays as well. So workplace that often has sawdust, and I mean, got 4 letters. You think maybe a shop or something? I don't know. The best we can do is put something in and check it. Small, clingy bristles on a gecko's foot, and oh gosh, what are these? We'll get this on the downs, I hope, somewhere in there. The crosses. Yeah, Mercedes would know. She's a smart girl. Establishment. Well, she's a teacher. She's got geckos, and she's also a master educator. So don't ever call her anything less, but she'll let you have it. Establishment where things are cut and dried. And interestingly enough, this is how I met my Shotzi 35 years ago. It was both of us learning how to become hairdressers. It just turns out she was good at it and I hated it, so found something else to do in life. It's awful. Self-satisfied and then some. I don't know. We got an O, so we're going to go with over on the piece there, and let's see what we've got. Spa service for short. How about a petty? The one thing I never get, I hate it when they want to go and do that thing with my feet. Oh my God, it just drives me crazy. Ticklish. Part of a house that might shade part of a patio would be an eave, and some colorful apparel. Well, these are probably tie-dye something, but I don't know. But this tells me this is now cité. It's one of those words that I learned in the crossword. I've never was a herpetologist or anything. I've just unnatural sight in brief, and yes, maybe we're talking about extrasensory perception. Unnatural sight in brief. It would be great. I mean, gosh, I'm surprised it just wasn't unnatural sight ? Right? So clever. So self-satisfied and then some. Maybe over proud. I have been that on occasion when I'm in rare form. What might bring down the house? How about arson? Arson would bring down the house, perhaps. Assuming they were good at arsonry. Replaces. No idea yet. Brother Felipe, Matty, or Jesus of baseball would be the Elu brothers. Replaces maybe subs for? Don't know yet. Blank Lovelace, mathematician and daughter of Lord Byron. And again, this is just crosswordese for me. Don't know who Ada Lovelace is. Never studied her, but been in the crossword 3 or 4 times that I can remember. In conclusion, and so. Okay, so I think we do have a subs for here. And that's always fun. We love being the sub. So statements that can be seen as positive or a hint to interpreting these crosses, and statements that can be seen as positive are probably going to be double negatives. I ain't got nothing, no mind. Double negatives. So I guess this is going to be part of our theme in a major way. Double negatives. Okay. Woman's name spelled out in a 1970 hit. And you met her in a club where they drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola, I think, something like that. Chimney Park could be a flu. Hello, L.A. Lola. Now it's in my head. That's crazy. Lead into chamber. How about anti-chamber? Darn it. Is this one of these directives again? Letter before Q. I'm probably going to put a P. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, see, I have a TE here, so I think it's like a directive. Like yesterday, we had a great clue that was, stay here, stay there, with an exclamation mark, and the answer was hotel, right? You know. So this could be, darn it, could be a tear. Got that TE, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to wait till we had something to go with it. But we'll still check it because I don't know. Liberal arts. I'm not suggesting anybody get a liberal arts education. I'm just saying I did, and I'm very thankful. Caesar wrap. We're probably looking at a toga. And this is just me, or have we had that in almost every grid for the last, I don't know how long. Accessory for a guitar neck, and that would be a capo. As a matter of fact, you can see my capo on the very end of my guitar neck over there. Gotta have it. I mean, I just can't sing in certain keys. I've got to have to bring it down an octave or so. In days past, perhaps once. Outperforms, probably tops. Can't think of anything else that would fit there off the top of my head. Acknowledge, non-verbally. And I would imagine this is going to be a nod to, can't think of another non-verbal acknowledgement that would fit here. Longtime deodorant brand, yeah, Era, that is a 70s brand. It's kind of like Anison. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but it's like if I see Anison, I'm thinking 70s headaches. Kind of like Prel shampoo, you know, when she and I were in hair school, Prel was the stuff you'd use if you had a bad color job and you just wanted to strip it right out of your hair. It was just awful crap. It just chewed the cuticle up. Oh, I don't know why anybody want to use it. Today's sponsor, Prel. Now, let's see. So I guess we got this is probably a rebus here. And I don't know how that would work with tie-dye. So this is where it's going to get confusing. Okay, so exhibit in a natural history museum informally, and I would assume maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what the 3 letters. Offered up gossip could be to have dished. Chargers in courts for short, maybe DAs. Charger in una corrida. Well, we're being so formal. Not just toro, but we're going to go with el toro. The bull. Okay, got it. Eponym of the National Hockey League's MVP award, and that is the Hart Trophy. Dizzy feeling with are these the spins? I don't know if I've ever heard that. African creature whose name is 1 letter away from what its horns might do, and I guess we're going for an impala here. And so it would be to impale, and that's pretty clever too. I like that. So it's these little nuggets that keep us coming back for more. It sure seems. So I guess we maybe have the spins. I've never heard of the spins before. Crazy About could be into. And then Cool Cats, roger that. I mean, I'm hip, cat. I'm hip, daddy-o. So here we've got what I think would be a dino, which is where I was going in my head, and that's a no. And this would be maybe to nod to, and so that's a no. So maybe we got two rebuses there. It should be rebuy. I'm not kidding. I'm irritated that it never became rebuy. So let's get a rebus in there. See if this starts to make sense. If it does not, then we'll go with something else. Tie no shirts. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't put a lot of thought into it either, but it's a nod to acknowledge non-verbally, and then a dino, right, or dino, however you pronounce it, for a natural history museum. So we'll see what happens. I just don't know. But that would complete the downs as far as the crosses are concerned. I have no idea what that means yet, if it's even right. Prove untrue. We got a B here, close one for short. Yeah, we got a BFF maybe. So I think we've got to prove untrue would be to belie. And then constitutional change long endorsed by now. That would be the Equal Rights Amendment. Also the amendment that our public radio station in Dallas, Texas was named after. KERA 90.1 FM, Dallas, Texas. And we're having a fundraiser. Suddenly went still. Maybe froze. And welcome back to All Things Considered. It's Thursday, the day we read from your letters. Okay, like some documents in the pre-internet age, maybe faxed. So what do we have here? Lox, bagel, and schmear go with. Sounds delicious to me. Number on a clothing tag. Perhaps we're talking about a size. With an air of haughtiness. Certain grain source. Okay, so I've got tie DYES hurts. So tie-dye shirts and certain grain source. I would be thinking rye seed. Shout in a game of tag. So we got a no, maybe a not it. Yeah, not it. You're it. I'm not it. No, okay, got it. So, and then here we could, with an air of haughtiness, we could be snooty or snootiest or something there. I'll have to conjugate that, but so I think we got another no, and I don't know what that's doing. How I'm supposed to have rye seed out of that, and renono-eed doesn't make sense. So, okay, but this is what we do this stuff for. This is what we like, right? I know I do. It's the thrill of the hunt, really. So maybe let's make sure male film character played by a female terrier named Terry, and that was Toto. I think I heard about that when I was a kid. I was like, that's not right. Let's see, it's a game. Yeah, I mean, not it. But I gotta figure out. I guess this is IT. Thingamajigs could be items. I don't know, Shotzi. How would you clue answer combination thingamajigs? I'd probably put in there like who'sy whatsits or whatchamacallits or something. With an air of haughtiness. Snoot. I don't know which one to see. Tilt could be too lean. And we'll see what that does. Snootily. Mark Twain tale narrated in the first person by a noted first woman. And I do believe that is Eve's Diary. Dr. Donald Chain Black had us read that. MD with an MFA in English, didn't practice medicine, taught school. taught college English literature. Crazy. Secret rendezvous, which can be trysts. Carnivore could be a meat eater. Org concerned with nationwide traffic. Got a clever one here in DEA. In the lead, maybe ahead. And let's see, Hoops great. I think this is Isaiah Thomas. Not a big, I'm just not a big knowledge bank of Hoops memorabilia or trivia or any of that. I'm Beast with a horn. So I'm assuming we're going to have ourselves a rhino. So maybe we could have another no-no down here. Call for delivery. That's an H. I guess that could be to push. The best labor and delivery a Klug answer combination I'd ever seen before had something to do with how to reveal your inner child or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was good. Beast with a horn. I guess we got a rhino no here, so shot in the dark could be a stab. Check it. Any member of the group. Turn, the birds, sphere or 4 pi r square area, got it. Des Moines, domain. Okay, so probably Hawkeye State. So this is gonna be a rhino, but that's making an S. What's here? Narrow amount to win by. So that's probably a nose. So, okay, I think I'm starting to figure this out. If 2 negatives make a positive, then that positive is probably a yes. 2 no's make a yes, right? Because that's the whole point of the double negative rule, you know? So there ain't none. Well, then that means there's some, right? You know, so it's very interesting to me. I think that's what that's boiling down to. So it's making a yes. And if I'm not mistaken, looking at this, tie-dye shirts, Y-E-S, hurts, R-Y-E-S, seed. That's clever. Now I'm jealous. I wish I had done this. I wish I had made this grid. Oh my gosh. Baby carriers. Oh, how about uteri? So Scottish cryptid informally. I think we're looking for Nessie here. Slow sorts in slang, probably pokes. That's you. Yeah, you keep me waiting till it's getting aggravating. You're a slow poke. Directs, maybe steers. Now, so if you can see that I'm just having this beaming on the outside and on the inside, it's because Shotzi's back.
Yes, your face says it all, baby.
I'm happy. Yeah. Is behind. Ooh, maybe O's? Another clever one. We got a really decent grid here, Simeon Siegel. Fantastic job. So yeah, I think we got the Hawkeye State. That's our yes. So it's kind of funny. We're talking about Ames, Iowa to begin with, right? But those, it's kind of funny. Burning the midnight oil, say maybe up late. Okay, so here we go. Old-fashioned homemade cleaner. Okay, so this is going to be clearly lye soap. So we've got that. So we're going to figure out if we've got something no-no or what. In the neighborhood could be local. Shortest among the top 25 most common U.S. surnames with an L, 3 letters. What do you think, Lee?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Lee.
Sounds good.
Seems like every Southerner I've ever met was somehow related to Robert E. Lee anyway. Kind of like the whole world is related to either Genghis Khan or Charlemagne or something, right? So, word after tell or catch. How about an all? They're pretty busy guys, aren't they? Cows chew if you could. Word after wet pool or chicken. Obviously, we're looking for noodles, so and a small bump could be a nodule. So we've got here a scent would probably be an odor. And I hope we didn't get something wrong, but I've really tried to be careful in this one. So we'll see. And I don't really fly through Thursdays because I never know what I'm going to miss or screw up along the way. So let's see. Guess that would be it. How did we do, Bob?
Good job, baby.
Yeah, it was a fantastic grid. It really was. I love the 2 no's make a yes. Double negatives makes it a positive. That's fabulous. This was very well done, Simeon Seigel. However, in your name, in German, with you have a Germanic last name, and is Simeon Seigel. And that sounds cool too. All right. So beautiful grid. So very well done. It took a while for me to catch on to it. I'm sure many of you were automatically like, oh, it's a double negative. And then, whatever. That's great. That's good. But I'm just a little dense at times. But this was a fabulous grid. So nice to work through it. Nothing in it was inelegant. It was just nothing to complain about. So beautiful work, Simeon Seigel. Let's go ahead and bring down our Benny de Adieu. And, I just want to say again, thank you to everyone for subscribing. I mean, it is free, and I appreciate that. It's like you're committing, you're taking another step of commitment, in our community relationship. So just so daggum happy to have you here. It looks like we could be close to 3,000 subs by the end of the week or by the end of the weekend. I mean, it's just crazy. So I don't know what's happening, but to everyone, and a lot of people from Vietnam coming on board. So just so glad to have you. Come on. And so yeah, this has just been a lot of fun. So great to have everybody here. Until we see you on the morrow, be good out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to your friends and neighbors. Be nice to strangers in line if you can. And ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Be well. See you for the Friday grid.